So, hello, kia ora. Welcome to Pokemon. If you're new, please subscribe and leave a comment down below what you want to see next. Today's video is going to be about me and my history with sports and stuff. So since I was 5, I've been playing soccer, or I've actually played another sport in between, but we'll get to that in a minute. So since I was 5, I've been playing soccer, right? And I've never been the best player, never by a long shot. I've always, I don't know, I always loved playing football. I don't know, it's like a thrill of winning a game, even though you haven't done anything to do it. So I like kind of a cheats way to find to feel happy with football. I always tried. I always felt like I've tried my best, but sometimes I haven't. I've always wanted to think I've tried my best, but guys, I don't know what to say. It's like the euphoric feeling of like you think you're doing your best, but you're not. You look at it and you look at it and you think, could do better. I'm like, fuck yeah. So why I'm on this topic is last week I scored my first goal in 4 years of football. Before that was at least like 4 years before that. And I was thinking to myself, what can today's video be about? So today's video is about my history of sports that I played in my, I don't know, 21 years of being on this earth. So since I was 5, I played football. Then I was 6, I played football. Never got, never was great. I was 7, I was still playing football. At the time I could do a bit more than I can do now. I feel more confident on the ball now. Sometimes you elbow people in the face in football. It's not intentional, but sometimes you want to just kick the living shit out of them because they keep on tackling you with your hands. The referee comes up to you and says, "That was not a foul." He shoulder to shoulder. I'm like, but the guy hit me with his hands. And I was like 10, same thing, football. 11, I was playing soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. 12, I was playing soccer. And then when I was 13, I played a year of rugby. And then we get to this rugby. Rugby was an interesting year, The whole year we were unbeaten. I played with my friend Bill and the freaking New Zealand schools player and I think it's the Chiefs winger Scott Gregory. But Scott Gregory was not what you think he was. He was an interesting character. He could cry after he missed things, but I can see now his dad was pushing him fucking hard, and so was he pushing himself to achieve greatness. He was nothing like he was now. He was skinny. He was he was he managed to do some interesting. I was a prop, and my favorite thing was doing get into a ruck, and you just come over with your hands, and you just blow people off the ruck, and you'd see them go flying off, and I'm like, ah. And then the fun thing about that year was I have really bad butterfingers, so that's why I'm a goalkeeper. That's why I played bad goalkeeping when I went after I left school. But we'll get to that later in the video. So going back to that, the last game of the season, they drop kick the ball up. I'm about to catch it, and it goes straight through my hands. And if I could have caught that, that would have been my only try. It would have been my first try of the season, and I would have had a try, but because I didn't catch it, I didn't get a try. And this was because we were playing all the games at Kensington Park, one place, and then the last game of the season we went to play at Hika, and Hika's field was nice-ish enough. This is your average flat bang field, got alright drainage, not really muddy, not great, but so yeah, drop kicks, it goes up, I go try to catch it, miss it, and then go back again, and then what you call it, and then we make another run up the field, another play up the field, and then I'm like the last one on the end of a fucking thing, and I get it, and then it bounces out of my hands, and I'm like, no. It's like the most frustrating thing ever. And then that was very in it. Yeah, that year was for me. It was great. I had a good time. Me and Bill and Scott and I have a lot of people. I have pretty much every team I played in when I was a kid. I have a team photo, which is nice to see because some of them have gone somewhere, some of them have not. And sometimes I look up that stuff because aren't you curious about what happened to people that you used to play sport with? Because I am. Some of them some of them are assholes, but it was the wrong environment for them. School was the wrong environment. I wasn't a fan of school. I wasn't happy though. I failed level 2 in New Zealand. I cry a lot about it sometimes, but there's nothing we can do about it now. It is what it is. What am I supposed to say? That's school. So yeah, it's up to year 30, year 9 at school. That was what I was talking about, and it was a school team. We're playing the clubs, which was funny because we probably poached all the best players from other clubs. So we steamrolled some teams there. It was not fair. Definitely not fair. And then year 10, I was going to play rugby, and then went to the meeting, and then nothing happened. Year 11, I was going to go to I was nothing. Year 12, I went and played soccer at a club. Wasn't great. I think year 13. Year 13, I played. I think I left Marist. And then I went to Tikapuna. Well, year 12, I played at Marist, and then year 13, yeah. Well, I dropped out after year 12, so then I went and played for Tikapuna men's team, and we were playing with these guys. They were right, but there's one guy. I'm not gonna name him, but he's a character, but he really pissed me off, and it was fun while it lasted, football. And so then him, but there's a nice guy. His name called Tim, and he kept the team together, but then he left the year after for work, and the team got too many players, and for me, I was the worst player of the whole team. I know that for a fact. My world just imploded. You managed to get to a final, and if you look at my Instagram, you see me holding that plate. That's what I won in the first. I think this is the first or second year playing football there, and then the second year it's turned to custard a bit. I still played there. Third year I went back after half a year playing with the other team, and yeah, I was being picked for like I was one of the managers was grooming me to play first division as a goalkeeper, and the manager, if you want to call him that, the guy that I don't really want to name, he said, "Oh, are you training with him? Or are you training with me? Because if you're training with him, you're not playing for us." I'm like, "What the fuck, man? It was not nice. I don't know. I was just trying to have fun, improve my skills a little bit. I was like, I was a right goalkeeper. I wasn't the best. I was training with him because I know we just came, me and my friend Manish, before we went to university. Oh, me and my friend, which means he was my friend. I don't know about now. He's not really my friend. I don't really speak to him. I don't really speak to anyone because I have no friends. But I don't want to talk about that. And then what? The year after that, I moved to the Feddies team which is not really Feddies team anymore. They were old guys, so that's so we called the Feddies. But they were a good bunch. We ended up North one game, and I almost got punched by someone in a game. That's quite interesting. But we went to the pub we went to many pubs that year, many pubs that game after that game, and one of the guys that was fucking fucked up night, yeah. Then the year after we went to a pub, right, the same place again, up north, and we went to like pubs on the waterfront. We went to like 4 or 5 pubs. One guy, and then in the night, one of the guys ended up vomiting in the urinal, so we had to clean it up. It was quite funny because first pub, man, well, we're drinking in a van with like big bottles of Spates and Lion Red, and then before that, I must give you a backstory. Before we left for that game, we are Whangarei, we had what do you call it? We had an experience with a guy calling us all Nazis because we're not the whitest, we're not the blackest people or the darkest people, but we have a couple darker guys, say like dark lightish brown. I don't know, like whiskey brown, like this was whiskey full of whiskey but slightly darker, like tree brown but slightly darker. And he was trying to pick a fight with us. We thought he was a bit high on something. And then so we went out to play that game. We had these crates of big Spates and big fucking whatever they were. So I think we lost that game. So after that we went and we had, for the story to finish it off, we had them as we were driving to the first pub. So I swilled mine down, finished mine. And it was fucking it's heaps. So we were just talking shit the whole time after the game. So yeah, did that, and we go to the first pub, and I didn't buy anything at the first pub. They put 12. They bought 12 jugs at the first pub. 12 jugs. And they're not like small jugs. They're like fucking, I don't know, 2 liter jugs. We had 12 2-liter jugs, and 2 people bought them, mate. I'm like, ridiculous. And someone been on the horse races or won, and so they used that money when we go to the second pub. We drove to second. We had a sober drive, so he drove us to the second pub, and that's where the guy vomited in the toilet. I think it was. I remember most of that night. I was not sure what it was, but yeah, get drunk in this toilet. And then we walk along the waterfront. I think we were Paihia, the waterfront in Paihia, and I think we all ended up pissing behind a tree, or a couple of us ended up pissing behind the trees in the park, where they usually finish with the Mother's Day fun run and walk up there. And there's a toilet there, but it was locked, so we couldn't go in there. But yeah, and then we ended up going to the third bar, and I was pretty fucked up. And that's where the night finished, And then we got back in the van, and I think some guys had some pies, and I think I was going to go to the convenience store, but then I decided not to, and we ended up going in the van, and we all came back. It must have been, I don't know, like 11 o'clock at night, and yeah. So that's my history with sports so far. Yeah, I won a plate for losing 3 games in a row, and then winning 2 games, getting to the final at Toll Stadium in Whangarei. And I've had some drinking shit, and it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching the Toku Maori Kaki Ano. I hope you have had enjoyed this video. If you've made it this far, if you haven't, sorry. You'll never know. If you've made this far, right, this far is amazing. In the comment section below. And yeah, I love you all. Kaki dono. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. See you later. Tati. Ta 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 ta.